Trevor, glad you could come by.
How did you know it was me?
Ty's a dead giveaway.
Disguises were never my thing. Undercover made my rep, though.
Well, that's why I asked you to come by. Coffee?
No, you said on the phone you wanted to pick my brain. There's not much there. Go ahead, try.
You know, I don't believe this at the time, but you said you were a member of the Special Forces down in Central America, right?
Yeah, a couple of lifetimes ago. Why?
You guys get pretty close down there?
We were a fraternity from hell. Our pledge was to go down together.
You still keep in touch?
No, the glue that held us together down there kind of dissipated when we came stateside.
Okay, well, what about Jim Thomasen?
Brooks' new squeeze?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the hero of Flight 149.
Yeah?
He claims compatriot status. Said he spent a few years down there. Now, the story is pretty skimpy. That's why I was hoping you could help me fill in some of the blanks.
Well, Central America's my alma mater. I know everybody from my class on out.
Is Jim Thomasen one of them?
You know, I remember where I was when Kennedy got shot. I remember where I was when I lost my virginity. Thomasen? No, he wasn't there. Not no way, not no how.
Traces of explosives were found on a luggage fragment that looked exactly like this. Lives were shattered. Edmund lost his wife. His children lost their mother. I barely held on to my own sanity because some monster brought explosives onto a plane in his carry-on luggage. You were on that plane. And so was a suitcase that matched this case. Defend yourself. Say something. Keep me from jumping to the wrong conclusion. Tell me that there is a simple explanation for this. If you love me, even if you never loved me after everything that we have been through, you owe me the truth.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the transportation board so that they can compare this to the luggage fragment they found.
Don't need to do that.
Get out of my way.
Okay. Yes. The fragment that they found with the traces of explosives was from my bag. It's part of a matching set. But Brooke, please don't condemn me until you've heard the whole story.
Thank you, too. Yeah, thanks for your help. And, Hank, keep the powder dry, huh? Roger. What a character.
Got your buddy at the State Department?
Yeah, we started out together in Central America. Now he plays golf with the president.
Does he have anything on Jim Thomasen?
Thomasen lied on his resume.
He was never in Central America.
Oh, he might have been there to catch the rays or brush up on his Spanish, but as far as getting paid to do surveillance for the government, his story is as full as holes as the cheese of Swiss.
Is it possible he was working deep cover?
The military brass will spend $250 on a toilet seat. They're not going to spend one thin dime to send some civilian photo bug down there to cover a political hotspot.
So what you're saying is, this guy's got no military record whatsoever.
Not unless he was in the Salvation Army, he doesn't.
No, not likely. This guy's his own favorite charity.
Give him till it hurts.
Yeah, he hurts Brooke, he's gonna pay.
How close are these two exactly?
Well, Jim attached himself to Brooke right after that plane crash. Hasn't left her side ever since.
Well, some people think they're responsible for the people they save.
I think this goes beyond responsibility. Brooke invited him into her life.
Yeah?
Fully. No questions asked.
Ooh.
You know what he's got now? 1/3 share of Tempo.
She's into him big.
That's why I did a background check.
Any rap sheet?
Not even a parking ticket.
What, no bank accounts, no checking accounts, no IRA, no nothing?
No personal references, no permanent address outside of the Valley
Why is
Inn.
he trying to pass himself off as an operative?
I think he's just doing a tap dance. Gaps in his bio.
He's just after Brooke's money, you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm gonna keep digging. Because if I find out he's using the plane crash that killed my wife to take advantage of Brooke, he's gonna answer to me. Personally.
You admit it? That the bomb that caused that plane to crash was in your luggage?
Unbeknownst to me.
And who planted the explosives?
I have a theory. I can't prove it, but it's the only plausible explanation.
Please, enlighten me.
Brooke, this afternoon in Edmund's office, you came very close to knowing everything that there is to know about me. The time spent in Central America working with the dissidents.
Which dissidents? Whose side were you on?
Oh, I deserve that. I was one of the good guys. I can't divulge all of the details. It's not that I don't trust you. It's for your own protection.
Go on.
Brooke, my camera is like a third eye. It doesn't filter the truth. It distills it. Do you remember the photograph of the young Vietnamese girl that was running down the road, flesh falling from her body, running away from her attackers? Do you think that I would have traded places with a photographer who shot that horrific moment? A Pulitzer pales in comparison to the memory, and I have my memories. A whole mental scrapbook full of mindless atrocities, man's inhumanity to man. I saw things, Brooke. Things that I was never meant to see, and there are people out there who would rather have me dead than to have their atrocities made known. When we went to the hearing held by the Transportation Board and I saw that luggage, I knew. I knew right then that my bag had been sabotaged.
Airport security, as tight as it is these days, how did those explosives go by in your luggage undetected?
My bag had already been checked through X-ray. I stopped to make a phone call and I put the bag down. I was on the phone for 15, 20 minutes. I was firming up details for my shoot here in Pine Valley, and I know that it was careless of me, but it had to have been at that time that someone tampered with my bag. I have received numerous threats on the phone since returning stateside.
Unnamed assassin killed an airplane full of people just to get to you?
Every cause demands sacrifice. Come on, Brooke. I mean, you don't imagine that I would have brought explosives on board a plane intentionally, do you? I mean, I have had my dark moments of the soul, but a death wish at 30,000 feet? Come on. To say nothing of all of those innocent people? I'm not that brave. And I am not that heartless.
Why didn't you go to the feds with this?
For the same reason that I was reluctant to appear on TV or to be interviewed by Tempo. My silence ensures the safety of the people that I've worked with. Haven't there been too many deaths already?
You remember the man that I said I was involved with at one point? Pierce Riley. He was in Central America around the same time you were. I'm going to call him.
Why?
Because he knows the major players down there. Because he could act as an intermediary. He could negotiate with the terrorists who want you dead. He could maybe arrange some sort of a deal.
It's not necessary.
Listen, if all of this is true, if everything that you said is true, then there is a price on your head. You survived this plane crash. What if your car is wired? What if you're walking down the street and a sniper opens up fire on you? I'm not going to lose you. I'm not going to let that happen.
Brooke, put the phone down. You're not going to let this go, are you?
How can I let it go? The truth is all I ever wanted in this thing. This whole thing is a lie. It's a lie, isn't it? You made the whole thing up.
Should know better than to try to fool you. You know me too well.
I wonder. Why did you lie to me?
Because I was afraid. I still am. I was afraid that if you knew the truth, I would lose you.
You'll lose me if you don't tell me the truth.
All right. But remember, you asked.